from. What the flippin' hell is that? Friends, all right, I'm going to take about 9-10 minutes to do what I'm about to do, but I want to give you a little trigger warning. We're going to go to some dark places while I'm talking. There's going to be addiction, there's going to be suicide, there's going to be Canada, but we're going to start with airport security. I know. We gotta get serious. Okay. Turn it off. All right, airport security. Look, I'm really good at airport security. I fly a lot, right? I'm super fast with the shoes. I never have any trouble with the bags. I always feel like when I go through airport security, I want the TSA guys to give me a gold star. In fact, like applause. In fact, I want people to come up to me on the street and be like, "I'm sorry, do I know you?" From I want them to name a terminal after me. But what happens is when I get to airport security, I get performance anxiety. And yes, it's like that kind of performance anxiety. I'm so good at going through security, I should be popping a TSA boner the whole time. And it just doesn't happen. And this time I was flying to Canada. I don't know if you know this, but Canada is hell of a mad at us right now. I cannot think of a single reason why. But I was going in and I was ready to pop my TSA boner and get the whole thing going and do it. Airport security should be sexy, right? All right. First, everybody's taking off their belts, right? I'm not a good guy, but everybody's getting barefooted, right? That's happening. There's people getting wanded, right? There's some fresh pat downs happening. If they did something with the lights, if they changed the music, right? I can see it happening. But I could not pop my TSA boner. I just couldn't feel it, right? It wasn't like I had, stuff to bomb up my ass and forgotten about it. All right. Here is actually what the problem was. My problem was, I am a man living in these United States in the year of our Lord 2025. And so I needed to take soy protein powder with me on the flight. I was going for a few days to Canada. I don't know what shit they've got up there. And if I'm without soy protein powder for 3-4 days, I'm going to shrivel up like a grape, turn into a raisin. I know, it's addiction. I get it, but it needs to happen, right? So I got this bag of soy protein powder. So some of you are thinking, hey, dumbass, why don't you just fly to Canada, right, and then just buy some milk? Milk has a lot of protein in it. You can just drink milk. And you're right. We are living in a golden age of milk, right? There's soy milk, oat milk, almond milk. Just imagine, somebody goes and finds an almond and takes the nipple and just squeezes the nipple, gently caressing the milk out of it. What else should we be milking, people? What else can we be putting in our coffee? There's only one style of milk that I'm not down with. Cow milk. Cow milk. If you drink cow milk, that is the milk of the oppressor. Right? No cow milk. If I am in line at Starbucks and I see you order cow milk, I'm like, hey, Milk Hitler, hey. Alright, so who in this room, you're all pretty young, you should all get this. I'm old, you're young. Who in here thinks that traveling with a big bag of powder, a white powder, they're going to think it's cocaine? Anyone? You're all wrong! I'm going to help you be hip. Cool, and know what TSA is looking for. They're looking for fentanyl, which also comes as a white powder in bags. The way that I know this is that one day I was riding on my bike and I got hit by a car. Was it the Tesla? Probably the same dude. Those fucking guys are monsters. But no, this was back in the day before there was Teslas. It was a Nissan. It was simpler times. The Nissan hit a Mercedes-Benz. And then I was tooling along, and it went to do a hit and run on the Mercedes-Benz, and then it knocked me off my bike, ran over my bike, and then took off. And I was fine, but my bike was fucked, and I was super het mad. I mean, just unbelievable, chasing after this guy on foot, and suddenly the Mercedes pulls up alongside me. The door opens, a dude in an aviator leans sort of out, and he goes, "Get in, we'll chase him." I made good decisions, so I got in. So we're driving hot pursuit after this dude in the Nissan, and I pull out my phone because I'm going to call the cops, and the guy says, "Oh, wait, you can't call the cops. The back is full of fentanyl." Okay, that is how I met Vincent. Vincent and I ended up being briefly affiliated with each other. A few weeks later, we didn't end up catching the Nissan, but he gave me his phone number. I figured, whatever, I made good choices. I'll hang out with him. So a few weeks later, I was going through some stuff, and I decided I wanted to kill myself. So, I wanted to kill myself. Anyway, I thought a good way to do that would be an overdose of fentanyl. Right? It's cleaner, it's smooth, there's no pain or whatever, so I was like, fuck, I know this guy named Vincent, and I kind of like him. And you want to like your least lethal overdose guy, right? Like, you don't want to have the last thing you ever buy be from a guy who you think is a dick. So I go and hang out with Vincent, and he's explaining a lot of stuff to me. He doesn't know what the intent is for, so he tells me you got to be really careful with this stuff. Don't overdose, and you'll know if you've overdone it because it's quick. You explosively shit yourself, and then you die. It's the last thing you'll ever do is explosively shit yourself. So I'm now wondering if that's how I want to go. Because I don't want to fuck up my ghost outfit. Do you guys know about ghost outfit? The last thing you ever wear when you die, whatever you're wearing, that's your ghost outfit. Okay? Wait, let me ask, what's your name?
Nora.
Nora? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Nora looks great.
Yeah.
You look great. All right, but let's protect her. Let's make sure she gets home safe tonight. But you can hold the shit out of me. That's fantastic. Some of you, I saw a guy in a raincoat, another dude in a Bart Simpson shirt. You're going to be the cowabunga dude. I don't know. Anyways, so I decided I did not want to spend eternity as Shit Pants the Friendly Ghost. Which is probably still a better nickname than Milk Hitler. Where were we? Oh, I'm in line at TSA. I'm waiting to get on the plane. I'm going through security with my powder, and I'm standing there all like half undressed, belt out, dick practically, but not TSA boner. No TSA boner. And they're like, "Oh, the powder's a problem." And I kind of, I'm talking to the guy, and the TSA guy goes like, "Bruh, I got you. Next time you want to fly, just take the big bag of powder, and it'll be easier if you make like a daily serving in individual bags, smaller bags." And I'm like, "So you're telling me, take the white powder and put it in smaller dime bag sized bags?" And his only response was to take his blue latex glove and go, snap. Okay, compare that with Canada. So I went to Canada. I was going there for this scientific expo, right? Like this environmental technology expo. They have monitors and sensors and like instruments and like thermometers and like, I don't know. Anyway, I went up there, I did the thing, and a bunch of Americans were up there, and I'm in the line there to leave Canada and fly back. In Canada, they don't call it TSA or even Homeland Security. They call it the Home Office. That's what they call it. And so you think they're going to be a pack of pussies about checking your luggage. But it's not true. It ain't like that. No. They're tough. And I'm standing in line behind this guy who's also American, also flying back to the same spot. And he's got I assumed he was at the conference with me because he has this hard plastic case that he's going through security with. An African American dude. Which is important because all the the Home Office guys see him, and they start being like a bunch of them swarming around. And I'm like, "Oh, what's this, Canada? A little bit, this is not your reputation, huh? A little bit of action, huh? What you doing, Canada? And then one of them comes up to the guy and they say, sir, what's in the case? And he goes, it's an instrument, it's a sensitive instrument. And he goes, sir, we're gonna need you to step outside the line. And I'm like, whoa, racism! I'm like, this is my moment. I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna be like, hey, fuck you, Canada. We Americans, we don't put up with that type of like prejudice shit. Right? I'm ready to go. It's my moment. He goes, sir, we're gonna need you to open the case and operate the instrument so that we know it's safe. The dude opens the case. It's a saxophone. He pulls it out. He starts playing it. He's wailing. The home office guys are all into it. They're all doing their like Rick Astley thing. This group of white security guys, Rick Astley to this dude, and they're like, come on back and celebrate Jazz Fest with us. And I was like, fuck you, Canada! Tariffs on all of you! Friends, that's my time.